Hello everyone, this is Nilabjo again, back with the part 2 of the implementation of a simple data pipeline using AWS services like Kinesis, S3 and Glue. So in this video we will see the processing part of it using AWS Glue. From the previous video we know that the JSON file from Twitter is already present in our S3 bucket, and what we will do is we will transform the JSON file into a relational format for our data analytics and visualization using AWS Glue. So if we go back to the slide, let us go through the steps of what we will do. We will create and run a glue crawler to identify the schema. So AWS Glue presents a unique feature which is known as a crawler, which can automatically identify the schema of the unstructured data, for example JSON in this case, and can catalog the data on its own. And then after the data has been cataloged, we can create a glue job. We can create a target a relational schema as well, and then we can map the schema from the crawler to the target we want to achieve. And then based on the source to target mapping, Glue generates a PySpark script on its own, which we can verify and edit as per our requirements, and then run the job and see the output in the S3 folder. So what we will do directly in the Glue console first. So here we can see that there are no tables or crawlers or jobs present at the moment. Okay, so first step we will add a crawler. So we can give a test Twitter crawler, and we will click on next. We have to choose our data store as S3. We can include the path over here. So here we have the list of all the buckets. So we can choose the particular folder, and here is the folder where my files are located. You can also specify only the bucket as well. So Glue will automatically drill down to the folder and see what is the schema in your files. Then we click on next. We don't need to add another data stores. We can use an existing IAM role, which is a AWS Glue role. We will run this on demand, or we can do this on a daily basis, hourly basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, etc. Next, what we do is we create a database table for the crawler. Twitter crawler, this would be the schema database, and then we finish. So we have created a test Twitter crawler. Now what we will do is we will run the crawler to see what is the schema in our files. So I will pause the video and then again resume once the crawler has identified the schema. So now we see that the crawler has concluded its job, and we navigate to the databases. We go to our database Twitter crawler. We can see the tables in the Twitter crawler database. Now when we click on this particular table, we can automatically see that all the nodes in the JSON file has been captured here. For example, created at text, metadata, etc. And not only at the higher level but on a detailed level as well. As you can see that this has been captured as a structure. So now without doing much delay, we will create a ETL job. Now this is the option. We will create test Twitter job. We will choose the IAM role. Yes, this is a Spark job. The ETL language will be Python. You can choose a Scala as well, whatever suits you best. We will click on next. We will select a data source. We will click on next. Then we will define our target. What we can do is we can load the file in Amazon S3. So I will give the same bucket name, but I will separate a folder called processed. So the format will be, I will take this as a CSV file. Next. Okay, so here we can see a very complicated schema mapping. To keep matters really simple, what I'll do is I'll clear everything out, and for simplicity's sake I will take only 3 or 4 columns. Let's take ID. And let's take text. Let's take favorite count. And I think that should be sufficient for our experimentation. So what we will do, we will map this, save. It's really simple. ID done, text as well done, and the favorite count. Save. So all my target fields are mapped to a source field. Now we will generate the PySpark script. I mean, Glue is really incredible in these terms. It generates a automatic PySpark script which you are free to customize in any way you like. In this case we do not have to do any modification to the same. We will save this and we will run the job. So this will take a few minutes and we will wait until the job is run. So basically we can see here ETL jobs. We can see the status as running. So I will pause the video again and then resume to see when the job completes itself. So now we see that our job run was successful. So we can navigate into the S3 bucket to see that whether our CSV files have formed or not. We will refresh this, and yes, so we can see it in the processed folder. Yes, indeed, 2 files have been formed. So let us download this and see how they look like. So I can open this, show in a folder, and I can open this with a text editor to see how this looks. Now I know that this looks a bit crazy, so let me just open this with a proper application. This is a Linux environment I am using, so let me open this with library of Calc. Yes, it is, and so we have got it here. So what we can see, yeah, so we have got created at, we have got ID, we have got the text, and we have got the favorite count. So Glue has automatically converted a JSON file with the proper mappings into a CSV file. So this is the main the fundamental objective of constructing there is the data pipeline, where we are transforming unstructured data into a structured relational format which can be easily consumed for further data analytics and data visualization. A word of caution though, Glue is a very expensive component, especially the development endpoints. So whenever we are designing a ETL job on Glue, we need to be aware of the circumstances, on the timings when the job will run, and how we will execute and optimize the same to run it at a bare minimum cost. So that is essentially what I wanted to cover in the second part of my video. I will again make a third video in a couple of days which will cover the analytics and visualization part on how we can consume the relational files in a analytics friendly and format, and visualize it with some AWS services. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned.